Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest solo trapping video. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. So today we'll be going over everything in my account, what the updates are. This is post counter, so what my thoughts are on that, and where you probably got to build your solo trap to do or be at this point in the meta. Also, if you guys are just starting out, this will be a good little guide for you to kind of follow along. That way you you can build your own solo trap then. So we'll go over what was probably the first thing you want to see. Probably my gear. Anyways, no, it's not the first thing you probably want to see. You probably want to see the troops, but I'll show you the gear first. So the gear, this is my basic gear. I'll show you the stats on my gear. So I'm at 205 range, 159% infantry, and 181% cav on the gear. It's got 36% army HP, an extra 30% it's called infantry defense. That's just from the terror jewels. And we'll go over each piece and you kind of see what they are. So this is probably one of the best in-slot things you can get. If you can get the Fiery Tomahawk up the Mythic, you're pretty good. And this is just if you're starting out. Obviously the jewels, you can ignore the jewels. I've been playing like 3 years, so if you're wondering why I got so many good jewels, that's because I've been playing 3 years. I've been in good guilds. I get lots of guild coins. I've used those to get jewels. So if you guys are starting out, make sure you're using all your guild coins on jewels and migration scrolls. That's the only thing you should be using your jewels or your guild coins on is what's called jewels and migration scrolls. That's it. So the other thing I could build is the Frostwing. It is technically better than my in-slot for my Mythic or my Fiery Tomahawk, but I like the Fiery Tomahawk, so I'm keeping it there. I could switch over, but I'm probably not going to switch over until this gets gold, and that is quite a ways away. So again, I've been playing almost 3 years, and I still don't have a Frostwing sword to gold, but that's just because I'm free to play and I don't buy anything. So again, if you guys are wondering, yes, this is a free to play account. I've literally not bought anything on the account. So if you're wondering where all my gear comes from, it's from Monster Hunt drops and like guild boxes and the odd stuff you get from KVK and stuff like that. So we'll go over here. So the other thing is you probably want to build a Lunar Scimitar. So Lunar Scimitar has amazing HP. It needs 16% army HP. Again, Mythic Lunar Scimitar. It is better than anything, even like the Winter Mitts. You need gold Winter Mitts to be better. So if you want to put Winter Mitts in your thing, make sure they are gold. Other than that, like even purple Winter Mitts are not as good as the Lunar Scimitar at Mythic. So keep your Lunar Scimitar until you get those gold gloves. And the other thing you could do is Codex if you need the extra attack. I could technically get it up, but there's no point because I'm not going to use it. I don't need the what's called the extra attack as much as I need the HP because tier 5 familiars, that's what you want the HP for, is to counter those tier 5 familiars if they're hitting you. The other thing is these rings. These Lost Iron Relics are really, really good. They have really good infantry and range, so it's 8.4% infantry and 8.8 or 8.4% range, plus you get the 3.5% army HP, so they're pretty much best in slot until you get some high plate rings, which I don't have, or the obviously the what's called cups. These are obviously the better ones, but I am pretty far away from actually getting them up. I'm never probably going to get a purple cup unless I get super lucky and get like a gold drop from like a guild chest box or something like that. Probably never going to get the purple cup. It's really hard. The only reason I have a blue cup is because the bargain store that one time when they were giving out halos, so that was amazing. The other thing is the legs. So my current one is my honey comb chaps. They give you 16%, or was it? Yeah, it's 16. Yeah, 16%. It was called cav and range attack, and then it gives you the what's called range defense, which is not the most important thing, but I obviously have really good jewels in there. The other options are the storm tassets or the dragon talons. Either of these I could switch it out. Right now, again, I just like the free-to-play, the Mythic free-to-play stuff, so I have it on. But yeah, you could probably throw in a dragon talons and have the extra army HP, but you are losing a bunch of attack on that because this is 16-16, where this is only, what was it, 9.4 and 14, so you're losing a bunch of attack, but you are getting the army HP, which can help out if you're not having a problem. But with the new counter research, the extra attack actually might be helpful just to kill the troops faster. So might be something you want to think about. But yeah, so Storm Pass, it's the other one, which gives 14-14, but less army HP. So that's the other option. But again, oops, don't dismantle that. If I want to upgrade it, I'm pretty far away. And same with these, I'm just not very lucky. That's basically it. I've been playing 3 years and that's all I have. Like, I still can't get them the purple. Like I swear my baby trap's going to get better gear, and I hardly play on that account. Anyway, so the other thing I'm using is the hardened carapace. Again, really good jewels. The Terra jewel is just in there just so I could build extra gold infantry jewels and put them in and kind of swap them around. It just worked out better that way. Plus, I get the extra what's called infantry defense. So the infantry defense is coming from the Terra jewel, and then obviously this. So these I'm pretty far away, but I probably won't go for the hardened carapace. I'd probably go for the helm first, but maybe not at this point. I don't even know what I'm going to do with my bees. I get really lucky on the bee drops. That's the only one I ever get lucky on. The other thing you could put out here is the Firewall plate, which is probably better in slot right now for me than the what's called hardened carapace. But I just like like that. I haven't actually switched them over, so I'm kind of a little behind on that. But yeah, this does give the army HP cav attack infantry, where this is, I think it's 11%. So the attack stats are about the same, but this obviously gives better what's called HP, so that's why it'd be better in slot for that. And then the helmet, you have a couple options. So the Beast helm is another option. Obviously the Bumblebee helm is better, and I do have it at purple because I got really lucky and got a couple what's called gold bee venom drops from guild chests. I got 2 of those actually, so I've been super lucky on the Bumblebee helm, but other than that, not so much. So that's kind of my stats there. So if you look at mixed stats with that, I do not have any forts because I'm not in a guild. That's my mixed stats right now. So my infantry is 352, range is 404, cab is 380. Again, if I switch some gear around, I can get those up or down or whatever I want to do. The army HP is 308. Army defense is 121 and army attack is 108. So that's what my solo trap is. Those are the stats if you're wondering what I'm basically running right now. But yeah, so those are the stats. We'll take a look at the troops. So the troops, the other really important thing in solo trapping, you need troops to be able to cap people. So currently I'm running about 500,000 of each tier 3. The tier 3 is just the damage. Tier 2 is the what's called frontline, but yeah, it obviously does damage as well. So I'm running about 2.8 mix, let's say. It does fluctuate depending on where I'm at. I just had way more cav. That's why I have 3.1. It's just not because that's what I built. It was just I happen to have that from my previous build, so I still have a bunch of cav left over. I do have about 2. I try to keep around 2.8 mil of each tier 2, and then the 500k of each tier 3. That seems to be able to cap anybody. I've never had anyone walk back from me. Have had everybody hit me. So with this comp, if you're in gear with my stats, and you have this comp, people just don't walk back. It just doesn't happen. Even if you drop troops, they still won't walk back, because I've had that happen. I had a gangbang attack with XX, which I haven't posted yet. I will post that soon, don't worry. But that was the one where I lost a bunch of troops because I didn't heal at all. So that's also why I keep more troops. I technically don't need this many troops. This is kind of overkill on troops, but if you ever get a gangbang and you start losing troops, it's very important to have enough troops to cap people, even if you lose troops. So that's why I have extra troops. So if this, and again, this is only if you're looking to cap titans. You can obviously downscale this if you're capping lower level players. This is for a titan trap. So that's why the might is so high. You're capping titans, not regular people. Regular people, you do not need this many troops. I could probably have half this many troops and cap a normal person, where you need this many troops against a titan. So anyways, so this is the sanctuary. I do like to keep some troops in here just so I can pull them out. This was post KVK, so I have a little bit extra in here than I normally have. I did lose some troops because I was stupid and took a full counter from a infantry blast without my leader into my range, and that did not go well. Do not do that. That I actually have that one here. This you're probably going to cringe after seeing this. So this was from Pine. If you don't know Pine, really good account. I took a full counter without my leader because I wasn't paying attention. I was actually on my other account and he hit me. So I was trying to bait on the other account, but I guess he found this account and went in full attack on me, and wow, yeah, that hurt. I almost capped him actually, which was funny because again, I have lots of extra troops, but yeah, so he went infantry into my range, and that hurt. So do not take, again, I was leaderless, so I don't have my leader on my wall. See, there's no leader on my wall at all, so this was a leader's attack, so obviously don't do this in a full counter, especially after the post counter. He did hit me again when I didn't have my leader, but he went into my infantry, which only gave me like 100k reds or whatever it was, so it wasn't too bad, but obviously full counter, not so good. Another thing, yeah, so if you want to see what happens when they, I haven't posted this video either, so you'll get to see these later, but this was a full counter cav while I had my gear on, so, but this guy obviously was really good too. He had double tier 5 familiars and all that. He is not, I can't find his picture right here because he changed his name, but full video will come out and you'll see that he has over 800% attack on his cav and full jewels and all that, so he's really set up too. I don't know how many castle starts he has. He has a ton. Anyway, so that's kind of the sanctuary, so that's why I have some extra troops in there, and why yeah, I took some losses in KVK, but that was just some testing and stuff, so don't take a full counter from a Titan, or a quote-unquote Titan, without your leader. Doesn't really work out too well. I probably don't need to tell you that. So anyways, I'll go into research. So research, my count's basically max post or pre basically tier 4. So you can get the infantry range and offense to 10. Everything else is 9, and army attack and army HP and all that is 9. So that's important because you need those stats, especially if you're free to play. If you're making a smaller trap, again, you do not need the stats as high, so you can have less research might, but that's basically my research might. Actually, I'll show you my actual research might. So this is the wrong thing. Here you go. So research might, I'm at 24 million. That's mostly just from military, and there's some other things too, like quick swap. I only have one quick swap. Buildings at 7.8 million. My troops are at 107 million troops might, and then player level and hero armies. That's just, you can't really do much about that. Your player level is always going to give you that much might, but yeah. So I'm at 153 million right now. But again, where was I talking about? Research, yeah. So monster hunting, I'm only got it up to 2. That's basically it. That's all I need. I don't have anything higher. It's just wasted might. Upgrade military, this is just for the quick swap. So I only have 1 quick swap, but after that update, I now have 3 quick swaps. So it's awesome. So I've got 2 extra quick swaps. I used to only have 1. So now I can actually just switch back to my construction gear, because I usually like send my construction or my research gear. I don't have a research helm because I got no helms that actually make research. So maybe I should build one of those. Otherwise, if I switch into this, it kind of goes like this. It still shows my purple bumblebee helm, so I probably should get an actual quick swap there, so if I can switch my research that way. But yes, I have 2 quick swaps. Again, research, other than that, familiars, it's, yeah, I started researching that by accident. Didn't really need that. I only have the familiar battle on that one, and then obviously sigils and wonder battles, nothing. Military research, that's just for the breakthrough, so I don't have anything past there. Army leadership, I have unlocked all the phalanx and cav wedge, because cav wedge is way better than the cav phalanx. And if you guys don't know why, I'll quickly show you that right here. So cav phalanx throws your infantry way in the back, so if you take an infantry hit, your infantry is literally doing nothing for half the battle. That's why cav wedge is better. Your infantry's at the front, and they're very slow, those infantry. Infantry are very, very, very slow, so by the time they get to the top, they're not doing any damage, so that's why if you sit in cav wedge, you're going to do a lot more damage than if you're sitting in cav phalanx. It's just based on where the infantry is sitting, so... that's a little just tidbit for you guys. That's why I have cav wedge, because it's way better. If I ever, sometimes I mess up that, but whatever. So anyways, on my wall, I'll show you the heroes. So the heroes can change around just a little bit. I do have 6 gold heroes. I got 2 range, 2 cav, and 2 infantry. Right now I just have 2 infantry, 2 range on my wall, but I can switch to 2 cav if I want. And then I have the, what is this thing called? Yeah, the drown out on my wall. So it just reduces their army HP, easier to cap people. Basically, that's basically it. There is some other familiars you can put on your wall. One of them is like someone like Jezik. Jezik is good because it actually reduces their cav max HP. So if you like this in infantry, this might be a familiar you might want to throw on your wall along with... what the hell is his name? Aquarius. I forgot his name for a second. Aquarius is the other good one because he gives you the daily refresh, the stamina, which gives you a lot of the what's called 10-minute speed ups. If you guys are not wondering, or yeah, actually that's actually a good little trick for you guys. Get Aquarius because it gives you about 240 extra stamina a day, and then you get a bunch of these 10-minute speed ups. So I got 26,000 right now, and that's basically just from going here and going to this one of these things, because for 6 stamina you get 10-minute speed up. So every time you do that, you get a 10-minute speed up, and you get like 3 or 4 hours extra a day just from the Aquaria. So that's a little bit of a tidbit for you guys if you guys are wondering how to get more speed ups. That's one of the ways. Obviously, getting in a good guild or doing monster hunt buses is another good way. Other than that, I think that's everything that you guys wanted to see. You saw my stats, the update on my gear and stuff like that, where my troop comp currently is. And again, this is kind of the troop comp I keep. I'll like maybe go up to 3 million. But again, this is for Titans. Do not be thinking you need this in a small kingdom. You do not want to be 153 mil in a small kingdom. If you're in a small kingdom, especially if you're starting out, you don't need this. You can build up probably half of that and then slowly upgrade once you get into bigger kingdoms. But when you're starting out, you don't need that. Again, if you don't have my gear and my stats, you could probably still cap people. I've capped people leaderless, so I can still cap people leaderless with this comp, depending on their stats. Like if they're around 800%, totally can cap them leaderless. If they start getting up high 800s, they probably have better jewels and stuff, then you probably need your gear to cap them because they'll have better HP and stuff like that. But other than that, that's basically the account overview. Again, I run basically full infirmaries. I have 600,000 space right now just because I have an extra barracks. That's only because I had to build back some troops. Again, I lost like 1.9 million from that counter without my leader, which was my fault. So I had to build back some more troops. That's why I don't have full infirmaries right now. But again, the infirmaries are very important because they give the 5% HP. That's one of the upper things about being a level 25 trap. You get that 5% HP for each infirmary, which is very important. And if you're a free-to-play trap, you don't have the really good level 60 gear. Other than that, yeah, that's basically it. So I only have one familiar, one quick swap, just military research. Don't put anything else in. I guess you can get, nope, that's wrong one. That's defense. Where the heck is, oh, here, economy. So you can get the construction speed if you want. You don't need this other stuff. That was just me when I started out the count. I didn't know what to build. So construction speed is important if you're free to play, just because you'll probably be going back and forth between infirmaries and manors building troops. So it does help out a lot. Defense, you don't need that. I just had a little bit in here because I was stupid when I first started building. I didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, so you don't need any of that. Other than that, just military is good. Getting a quick swap is the other thing, getting down to the quick swap. You at least want one quick swap. If you want more than one, that's up to you. But now you have 2 extra ones, so it's totally fine. And familiars, you can do as many as you want. If you want 1, 2, or 3, 3 is probably the max. You probably don't want more than that. That's a lot of extra might on your wall. And obviously, if you can afford tier 5 familiars, go for it. But if not, you can get the cheaper free-to-play ones. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little count overview. That's kind of the what I have right now. Other than that, if you guys have any questions, you can leave it in the description down below. I'll try and answer them. But again, this is a Titan trap, free-to-play Titan trap. So if that's what you're looking to build, this is what you should build towards. If not, you probably build like half as many troops and cap other people. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.